Dear students, I, Mr. Vishal Shah, Assistant Professor, Krishna Institute of Pharmacy, Karad, once again welcome you all to this yet another session of this chapter, Fats and Oils. In this video, we are going to discuss about the various analytical constants that are used for the oils. Now before that, in previous video, we have covered with the classification of the lipids. Third class that we have seen is derived lipids. In detail, we have finished with the classification as simple lipids, then compound lipids as well as the derived lipids. Now, if you have not watched my previous videos, just you can watch to get the idea about the classification of the lipids. If you are coming first time to this my YouTube channel, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel to get the more videos related to the pharmaceutical organic chemistry. Also, if you like the content of this particular channel, then you can share with your friends. So let's begin with our today's session. Before that, just we will see what are the learning outcomes of this session. Means after completion of this session or after watching this video, you will be able to explain different analytical constants used for determination of various oil constants. So there are various analytical constants that are used. Out of this, in this video, we are going to cover two analytical constants. Now, before beginning with these analytical constants, just we will see what is the meaning of analysis of fats and oils. What is the requirement of analysis? And which are the different parameters that is necessary when we are going to carry out the analysis of fats and oils. Now, many fats and oils are variable in their quality and some are liable to adulteration by cheaper varieties. Now in market also we can see that there are various qualities of oils as well as fats are obtained. So sometimes some good quality fat or oil may be adulterated with the help of the other materials and which are having the cheaper cost. So for that purpose, it is necessary to determine whether the oil, whether whatever oil that is provided is having a good quality or not. For that purpose, these analytical constants are used. It is not possible to judge the purity of the fat and oil by determining one chemical constituent, and hence the quality is usually depend upon physical measurement like determination of melting point, refractive index. Means like our chemical constituent, we cannot determine only one chemical constituent that is present in the fat and oil sample and we can say that this particular oil will be having a good quality. So to check the quality of oil or fat sample, it is necessary to determine various different constants like physical measurement, which involves the determination of melting point, also refractive index, then determination of certain arbitrary chemical contents like acid value, saponification value, ester value, then hydroxyl value, acetyl value, peroxide value, iodine value, and determination of unsaponifiable matter. So whatever these quantities or values that I have mentioned, these are nothing but the analytical constants of oil. These values in given conditions for a particular oil are stable. So that by determining these values, we can easily carry out the analysis of different fats and oils. And for that purpose, these values are known as the analytical constants of the oils. For example, acid value. Acid value gives us idea about the amount of free acid that is present in given oil and fat sample. Then saponification value will give you idea about the saponifiable material that is present in your fat or oil sample. Ester value will give the idea about the amount of ester that is present in the fats and oils. Hydroxyl value will give you idea about the amount of free alcoholic functional groups that are present in given fat and oil. Similarly, acetyl value, peroxide value, iodine value, these values will give some important information related to the given oil or fat sample. By using these various analytical constants, one can determine whether that oil is having a good quality or not. Also, the limit test or qualitative test, these are used to identify different adulterants that are present in the oil or fat sample. Because whatever these oils are there, they are generally mixed with the low grade mineral oils, and these low grade mineral oils that are mixed, they are having certain chemical nature. This can be identified by using the different qualitative tests. So by combining these three factors, one can determine or one can carry out the analysis of fats and oils. So here you have to remember that no only single value will give us idea about the quality of the fat and oil sample. Here, to check the quality of fat and oil sample, it is necessary that we should carry out the thorough analysis which includes or which focuses these three factors like physical measurement. For that purpose, we are going to measure the melting point, refractive index, then also different oil constants like acid value, saponification value, ester value, iodine value, etc. And also with the help of the different qualitative tests, we can identify the adulterants that are used or that are mixed in the fat and oil sample. Now here we are going to discuss about the two different analytical constants. One is the acid value and other one is the acetyl value. Now first we will begin with the acid value and then we will discuss the acetyl value in the next video. As I said, first analytical constant that we are going to study is a determination of acid value. Now the acid value is the number that is expressed in milligrams, the amount of potassium hydroxide necessary to neutralize the free fatty acids that are present in 1 gram of fat or oil sample. So what is the meaning of this? Number of milligrams of KOH that are required. Here you have to remember that number of milligrams of KOH because the quantity of potassium hydroxide is expressed in the milligrams. Here we are not using any other units like grams or kilograms. That is required to neutralize the free acids. Now we know that fat and oil samples, they are generally known as the triglycerides. Triglycerides, in detail we have seen what is the meaning of triglycerides, how they are formed. They are formed by combining the acids with the alcohol. Here the alcohols that are present, the commonly present alcohol in the fats and oils is glycerol, which is known as the trihydric alcohol, and the alcoholic functional groups that are present in the glycerol, they are combined with the different or similar type of the acids which are known as the free fatty acids. Now also we know that if we keep the oil or fat sample for a longer duration of time, then it produces certain bad odor, and we know that if the bad odor is produced to that our fat or oil sample, we can say that our oil or fat sample has become rancid. So why it becomes rancid? Because of the improper storage condition. But actually what happens, due to the improper storage condition, whatever the triglycerides are there, triglycerides are nothing but the esters. And if these esters are hydrolyzed, they will be converted into the free fatty acids and the glycerol. And if the proportion of these free fatty acids is increases beyond certain limit, then that particular fat or oil sample becomes rancid or it produces certain bad odor. Means what is the reason behind that rancidity? Increase in the concentration of free fatty acids that is present in our fat or oil sample. And as we know, this can be determined by using the acid value. So it gives us a number of milligrams of KOH that is required to neutralize the free fatty acid present in 1 gram of fat or oil sample. Here neutralization, because acid base reacts with each other, which leads into the formation of the salt. So amount of free acid that is present in fat or oil sample is determined by using the base, and the base is used as the potassium hydroxide. The acid value indicates the amount of free acids that is present in a given fat or oil sample. As I said, acid value is used to indicate the amount of free acid that is present in the given fat and oil sample. Also, the acid value is used to eliminate low grade and rancid oils, which tend to eliminate low grade and rancid, which tend to have higher acid values. As I said, generally, if the oil becomes rancid, in that oil, the proportion of the free fatty acid increases. And this particular oil may be used as an adulterant, may be mixed with the oil which is having a good qualities. And to eliminate this particular low grade as well as the rancid oils, it is necessary to determine the acid value. If acid value of given oil is more as compared to our standard value, then in that case we can say that due to the improper condition, oil or fat sample has become rancid, because there is a more amount of free fatty acids are present. If acid value is more, then you can say number of free fatty acid molecules that are present are more. If acid value is less, then number of free fatty acids that are present, these are less. So for the purpose of determination of this acid value or the free fatty acid, this acid value is used. A high acid value implies that the given sample of oil is an old one which has gone rancid. So during this particular determination of acid value, this following reaction is involved. As we know that there is a presence of free fatty acids that are present in the given fat or oil sample, they will react with the KOH. Here KOH is used as a titrant which leads into the formation of the salt. So acid will react with the base which leads into the formation of the salt, which leads, so depending upon the amount of KOH that is required or the volume of KOH that is required, we can determine the amount of acid that is present in given our fat or oil sample. So this is about the determination of acid value. Now we will continue with the acid value in the next video also, where we can see the principle involved in the determination of acid value, as well as we will discuss about the what is the meaning of acetyl value and the how that acetyl value is determined. So thank you for watching this my video. If you have any queries related to the pharmaceutical organic chemistry, then you can contact me at this particular email ID. And if you like the content of this particular video, then you can share with your friends also. Stay tuned for the next video. In next video, we will discuss the remaining part of the acid value as well as the acetyl value. Thank you.